Step 3. Connect wiring. Connect the wire from the clock negative terminal to one of the button terminals. We will call this terminal A. Connect the red wire of the 9-volt battery pack to terminal A also. I'm just stripping a bit more of the insulation off, but it's not necessary. And I'm pushing the wire through the hole in the terminal and then twisting it around. If you push from the inside between the two terminals towards the outside, you can avoid the wires touching. Just twisting those wires to make them easier to push through the hole. Next, connect the black wire installed in section 1 step 8 to the other push button terminal. We will call this terminal B. So pushing through that other hole. Helps if you bend the wire into a bit of an L shape before you push it through. Next, strip 1 cm of insulation from each end of the remaining 15 cm length of black wire provided. Connect the lower terminal of the motor to button terminal B also. It's critical that you connect to the lower terminal. We have to get the direction of the motor turning correct. Now connect the black wire from the 9-volt battery to the top terminal of the motor. Just stripped off a bit more insulation, but it's not necessary. Running the wires through the clock case. And hooking it through the top terminal. Now wrap some tape around terminals A and B of the switch to stop those wires shorting together on each terminal. I'm using blue insulation tape. You could use some masking tape or sellotape if you don't have the insulation tape. So one around terminal A, and now cutting another to wrap around terminal B. Now to put in the 9-volt battery, it can be easier to remove the whole back cover and slide off the plastic cover of the battery pack, and making sure you get the terminals lined up correct. Press in that battery. Can be a bit of a push. Sometimes the back of a spoon can be helpful. Refit the plastic cover and put the battery pack back in, making sure you get the switch of the battery pack into the hole in the side. Return the back face of the clock body. Switch the battery pack on. Now we must align our clock hands. Now I'm rotating the alarm set hand until the motor starts. Just flick off that on off switch to turn it off. Rotate the alarm hand to the 12 position. Rotate it on the shaft. Make sure that you have it pressed tightly onto the shaft, and press on the hour and minute hands and put them all at the 12 position. Turn that motor back on. Now rotate back in time with the time set knob until the motor just stops. So now we're at that point where it just starts and stops. Now rotate the hands back to the 12 position manually, and using the time set knob, go back in time and forward until you pass the 12. You want the motor to just start as you pass the 12, so do this a few times, adjusting the hands as necessary. And the motor will run for an hour before the alarm turns off by itself. Now putting on the minute hand, and you can put in the AA battery now, and the clock should start. Holding the button sets the bird going without the alarm, and that is the entire kit finished. Mount it on the wall or sit it on a shelf, and set the alarm time as desired now using the alarm set knob.